Alright, we got the Captain Rex community Q&A thing that CG does, and right out the gate, Dickbag has to go and put some dumbass question here in here that nobody cares about. Meathead, how are you doing today? I'm about to take some time off, so I'm feeling really good. I almost feel like this asshole sees my videos and how I'm always hating on this, because now he's moving it as the first question. This doesn't need to be a part of this. I say this every time. Fuck you, Meathead. No one cares about you. I mean, clearly this idiot does to ask you the question, but the community doesn't come to this thread to see a status update about you. We're here to learn more about Rex, to get answers from questions that we had based on how the kit reveal was written. Oh, I'm so sick of this asshole, egotistical little bitch putting these stupid questions in here about himself. Anyways, fuck off. Now let's get to the real thing. Is Rex's Omicron going to cost 20 mats, or will it cost more since there are multiple ways it works? This will cost 20 Omicron materials. I mean, I understand where the logic's coming from there, because there's a 3v3 version and a 5v5, but at the end of the day, it's not really multiple ways it works. It's not like it's good in Grand Arena and Territory Battles or something. Then that would be like, oh yeah, this must cost more because it's good in 2 areas. It's still Grand Arena, it just has different utility based on if it's 3v3 or 5v5, so I guess it's an okay question, but at the same time, when you really stop to think about it, it makes sense that it wouldn't cost more. Why does Captain Rex not have a leader ability? See, these are the questions that we care about. Now, how are you doing, Meathead? When we started thinking about the role that we wanted Captain Rex to fill, we zeroed in on existing factions and squads and that were perhaps a bit older and in need of a lift. These squads already had leaders, so Rex didn't need to supply that for them. Instead of taking away from those existing leader abilities, we focused on what those squads needed in order to feel competitive again. You know, you're saying squads with a plurality, but I'm pretty sure you're specifically talking about Phoenix. Because Phoenix, when you're a new player, is a pretty OP team. But it quickly falls off once you start getting Zetas and all that, and you know, you can get the rest of your characters pretty juicy. So I feel like you're specifically just talking about Phoenix. You wanted to make the Phoenix squad better. Because what else is he going to work with? Clones? They're decent enough, especially under like Shaq T. What else does he have a tag for? He's got a bunch. What are they? Phoenix, Clone, what, Galactic Republic or something? They're obviously doing pretty well. So, anyway. Does Rex share all of his unique with other Phoenixes under a Hera lead, including the Omicron bits? Yes, the Omicron portion will also be shared with Phoenix allies. Okay, that's pretty cool. The Omicron being shared with everyone? I don't remember offhand what the Omicron is, but still. I mean, this is basically like one Omicron is working now for 5 characters instead of 1, so that's pretty cool. Because most times, the Omicron only works for the 1 character. Most times. I think. Am I wrong? I don't know. Maybe I'm so used to using Wampa and Savage, and theirs is only for them. I guess there's squad ones, like Qui-Gon's is a squad one. Treya's is a squad one. I guess it just feels... Maybe what I'm thinking is this seems a little cooler because this starts out as just a Rex thing. Like, it's not a leader ability, it's just his own unique. But then because of Hera's lead, it gives it to everyone. So maybe that's what I'm thinking. Because normally, if you're not under a Hera lead, then that's only going to work for himself. But under Hera, everyone gets it. So maybe that's what I'm thinking. It came out wrong the first way. If the blaster turret were to assist while the 3v3 Omicron is active, does it still have a chance to inflict armor shred? No, the blaster turret doesn't also inflict armor shred with the 3v3 Omicron. That's probably a fair question. Because it does sort of count as a character. What unit is Captain Rex supposed to replace in the current Phoenix lineup? This depends on who you're facing off against. Some matchups perform differently depending on who you rotate into the group. I mean, it is pretty difficult because even though Phoenix isn't super OP anymore as like an endgame player, you basically have the set team, which is everybody minus Sabine. And the reason for that is because everyone else's uniques are pretty decent. Sabine's is just, what is it, plus 20% crit chance and crit damage, which it's like, okay, if you get it, if that activates and you get the crit damage, and now you're getting 20% more, that's pretty cool, but that's all just chance. Where everyone else's unique is a guaranteed thing. So, anyhow, who you sub out, that is a difficult choice because they all bring something to the squad that helps the Phoenix squad as a whole perform the way it does. So, I don't know. I guess I haven't really looked into it. I don't have Rex. I mean, I have him from the marquee, but I don't have him beefed up or anything, so I'm not really considering his abilities. But I guess if the day ever came, or when the day does come, I should phrase that as, that maybe I'm at the point where I'm ready to work on him, then it would be something to look at and see what his unique's all about, and then kind of study the other characters and see. Because it's also more than the uniques. It's not just, you know what I mean? You can't just look at the unique and think of, oh, I'm going to ditch this character because his unique's better. Because it's like, well, what if the attacks are worse? You know what I mean? You don't want to sub out somebody who has like a worse unique, but their attacks are better, because they're just going to bring more viability to the Phoenix squad. Like, what I'm thinking in specific is Ezra. Ezra is by far the best option for that Phoenix squad. All his moves are pretty good. He hits fairly decently, especially if you mod him up right. So, like, say you didn't like his unique. I think he has a decent unique as well, but just hypothetically, you're like, oh yeah, Rex's unique's better. Well, subbing him out might be dumb, because I don't know how hard Rex hits, but do you want to sub out damage for a better unique? I don't know. So, there are quite a few things to look at. Just want clarification on how this interacts with Hera Lead. Captain Rex gains 25% critical chance, 40% max health, 25 speed, and 40% tenacity. Means every Phoenix squad member gets these bonuses as well? Whenever any other Phoenix ally uses a special ability, Rex assists, dealing 40% less damage. Means every time a special is used, every Phoenix member is called to assist? Yes, each Phoenix squad member will gain those stats under a Hera Lead. Let's be honest, they needed a big boost. Also, while under a Hera Lead, whenever a Phoenix squad... whenever a Phoenix ally uses a special ability, every other Phoenix ally will assist. Okay, so it's been a while, and I totally forgot what his unique is, but that's actually really good. So, yeah, I feel like you could just easily sub out one of the two tanks. I would say Kanan. He's a better tank in terms of durability than Chopper, but I'm pretty sure Chopper's unique is better. Like, it offers more heals or something like that when you take damage or something, or get debuffs. So you're better off keeping that for the health, and then when you get all these extra boosts from Rex, it just kind of piles on top of that. Like 40% max health and stuff. So, yeah, that's actually pretty good. The whole squad getting that, and then the whole squad assists every time you do a special. That means even like Hera doing her, whatever that move's called, where she puts that like reviver on an enemy that's almost dead, you know what I mean? When they get killed, they come back. That's a special, which means everybody would mass assist, even though she did nothing really, like damage-wise. But then the other four are like, don't worry, we got you. It's not bad. And it says 40% less damage per each one, so they're hitting at 60%. But when you have 4 of them hitting at 60%, that's still like a 240% damage. Like, you know what I mean? It's not 240% damage of one attack, but it's collectively 60% less. So even though individually they're reduced power, overall, when all 4 of them are hitting, it's still a decent amount of damage. Why release Captain Rex now? This seems random. It's never a bad time for more Rex. You got a point there. It is pretty random. They always seem to release stuff at weird random times. What was the other thing that came out recently? That was like, shouldn't this have come out a while ago? Who was it? I don't know. Didn't we get some new Resistance thing or something? Like a new Resistance ship or something? They always release stuff under weird schedules. Like, hey, this character's super irrelevant now, let's launch him. Like, Rex was huge during the Clone Wars. Clone Wars is over, though. So, you had all that time to release it, and how you do? This guy does have a point, or girl, whoever asked this question. Will the marquee event give same amount of shards considering it's only a 3-tier event? Well, since I'm ridiculously late on this, we already know, but let's just see. Yes, the rewards have been consolidated to ensure that a 3-tier marquee event gives the same amount of rewards. Yeah, it's 25-25, and then you get the bonus round. In the kit reveals gifts. Characters always fight against probe droids. Is there a reason why? We need to keep the Empire from finding our base. Okay, see, that's a stupid question. like a dumb Meathead one, because that's not really giving you any more insight into Rex. But at the same time, at least it's a lot better of a question than those stupid Meathead ones, because it's still about the game. It's still something that you're noticing, that they're always fighting probe droids. It's kind of like when I'm doing the kit reveal and I say, how come it doesn't ever show the buffs and stuff? Like, the kit might say, oh yeah, inflict stun and defense down or something, but in the animation, there's no stun or defense down being shown. It's just a hit with no debuffs. So, it's not super relevant to Rex, but at least it's relevant to the game. I'm like, hey, Meathead, how are you today? Like, cool, if you want to ask him those questions and be engaged with the community manager, fine, but, like, this dickbag doesn't have to put it in this forum. That's not what anybody comes here for, and it pisses me off every single time. You know, this moron was supposed to be temporary after Doja Fett left. I don't know why he's still here. He just pissed me off. He always does his dumb they nonsense for characters. Clearly a woman. Like, I'm pretty sure it was Seer Junda he was talking about one time, and he kept calling her they. Oh, they. Bitch, it's she. Why are you saying they, asshole? And then this stupid shit he pulls. Oh, I'm gonna put this question in here that nobody fucking cares about except for me. I'm so full of myself. Cocksucker, fuck you. Anyways. Sorry for this raging out on Meathead. He just really pisses me off. And, yeah, thanks for checking this out with me. And until next time, I said see ya.